Project K. Hey guys, welcome back to Chronicles of Project K. I'm Project K. Thank you for everyone who watched, liked, subscribed, shared the video last week. That was really cool. Actually, there was quite a bit of a growth spurt last week, which was interesting. I guess people really like learning about other cultures and things like that. So shout out to the bride and groom, PK and Marsha, for letting me do that. Anyways, this week I thought I'd talk about phases, as in the phases we go through in life. You know what? Let's get a definition of what a phase actually is. All right. Phase. A distinct period or stage in a process of change or forming part of something's development. But let's hold that development clause. I don't know if some of y'all are developing with some of these phases you're going through. And maybe let's call it trends, because, oh my God. Listen, in the 90s we had hip hop with Tupac and Biggie and all of that. And then in the 2000s we kind of had Britney Spears and Backstreet Boys and boy bands and all that kind of stuff. And then now we have what we call mumble rap, trap, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that hip hop's taking that form. And then specifically in South Africa right now, there's this Gqom phase that everyone's going through, you know, and December's just made it worse. Like, Gqom has taken over. Like, you can't go anywhere without hearing distraction, boys, 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 boys. On that note, when I was younger, I used to play piano and keyboard in church. And for me, that was a phase in my development because I took the skills that I learned from that to how I make my music now. So this song is from a phase in my life called The Dark Ages, which is actually an EP that I dropped about 2 years ago. And during that time, I was very suicidal, I was very depressed. And the way I coped with it was through music. I made a lot of music during that time. So because of a phase that I went through when I was younger, playing in church and writing music and all that kind of stuff, I was then able to use the skills that I developed during that time to help me cope with a new phase in my life. Now, this sounds similar to episode 1, which was growth, but this is a little bit more specific because I really want to tap into understanding why certain people go through specific phases and musically. Now, I'm trying to understand this Gqom phase. So I gotta head out to the shop just now, so I'm gonna play a few songs in the car and see how they made me feel, and then I'll come back and tell you how I feel about this whole Gqom phase. Shop. Yeah. Okay, so I'm at the store, here to pick up some stuff. Just stuff. Okay, I gotta pick up toilet paper, so whatever. Action boys, boys. So I'm back from the shop. Here's my verdict. Okay. Some Gqom music is actually quite nice. It's well produced, it's got funky lyrics, you know, it's catchy. And it's not like the Gqom we used to hear back in the days that was very Fruity Loops 3. If you're a producer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But with all that said, the majority of it Gqom is not my future, ne? No. Maybe for all of y'all, but for me, Gqom is not my future. Yeah. Sharp, baba. I'm good. It's not for me, ne? Gqom not for me. Yeah. Now I know, yeah.
Good evening and welcome to COPKW, and I'm your host for the evening, Project K. Tonight our lead story is the deadly Gqom fever virus spreading throughout the country. And now, to hear more developments on the story, we cross over live to our reporter in the field, Gwen Vera.
Thank you, Project K. As you can see, we are here in Gauteng, where the Gqom fever hasn't really spread as rapidly as it has in KZN. People are not losing their minds over this destructive virus that has been spread by the Destruction Boys. Now back to the studio for some more Gqom fever.
Thank you, Gwen, for some super solid reporting right there. Glad you are safe from the virus. Hopefully, you will stay that way. And now we will take a short break and hear from our sponsors and tell you more about the Gqom fever virus when we come back.
Show you first. This is some body on flick, baba. Are you looking at girls? Yeah. That explains the thirst. Like that. Like that.
Project K! Welcome back to COPKW News. Glad you could join us again. We will now take a look at some of the footage of the effects of the Gqom fever virus.
Where's the sound coming from?
You better ask the nigga said, yo.
Where's the sound coming from? You got a gear lever and a steering wheel. Are you serious about it? You got a number plate too, man. He's serious about it.
Well, clearly these people are disturbed, and it's a cause for concern. Let us now hear from some of the members of the public about how they feel about the Gqom fever virus.
I feel that the main purpose of making music is to entertain people, you know. You might make music to send a certain message, yeah, that's good. That's still a valid reason to make music, but then the most probable cause for making music is to entertain people. And that is what Gqom music and especially trap music strives for, is to entertain the people, you know, especially the youth. So I feel that Gqom music is actually, succeeding in that task, of entertaining people.
Well, that's all we have time for, folks. I'm Project K, signing out for COPKW. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, or don't share. We don't care, but we do care. But that's a vlog for another time. I'm Project K, signing out for COPKW News.
Project K!
Ready? And begin.